Welcome back to the sanctuary of the cinema. You have tuned into Anything You Want, the only digital frequency where we believe that a film is never just a film, it is a mirror reflecting the soul of its era. We are the archivists of the screen and the narrators of the stories that happen after the director yells cut. Today, we are turning our lens toward the cinematic monolith that has defined 2025. It is a project that was born in a gap, filmed in a frenzy, and has now exploded into a cultural phenomenon thanks to a single, powerful endorsement. We are talking, of course, about Sleepyhead, Wakuku. But we are not just reviewing a thriller, we are dissecting a moment where friendship, rivalry, and artistry collided. Before we step into the shadows of Furman and Say, I invite you to anchor yourself in our community. Please, subscribe to the channel to ensure you never miss a deep dive like this. Press the like button to support independent storytelling. And for those who wish to be the true producers of this content, for those who want to see the script before it's filmed, I urge you to click the join button. Your membership is the heartbeat of this channel. In the golden age of 2025, where digital platforms churn out content at a dizzying pace, it is rare for a single statement to freeze the timeline. Yet, that is exactly what happened. Sleepyhead, a film that had been simmering quietly in the background, was suddenly catapulted back to the forefront of the cultural conversation, and the catalyst was none other than Barış Arduç. Arduç is not merely an observer, he is royalty in this industry. His history with Elçin Çağatay is legendary, a partnership that defined a generation of romantic comedy. His respect for Çağatay Ulusoy is well documented, a silent brotherhood of leading men who know the weight of the crown. So, when Barış Arduç attended a private, widescreen screening of Sleepyhead and emerged with a verdict, the industry listened. The films of action and suspense aren't for everyone, they require exceptional performances, and only Elçin and Çağatay could deliver. The film boasts fantastic acting and a superb cast. I saw it in the cinema and I thought it was truly extraordinary. These words were not a polite PR soundbite. They were a professional seal of approval. Arduç's commentary ignited a digital wildfire. The trending lists on X shifted instantaneously, Instagram fan pages turned into war rooms of analysis, and film forums reignited debates that had long gone cold. Google searches confirmed the phenomenon. Sleepyhead rocketed to become the third most searched film of 2025. But why? What did Barış see in the darkness of that theater that the rest of us are only just beginning to understand? To understand the film, we must understand its chaotic birth. Sleepyhead was not born from years of meticulous pre-production, it was born from urgency. It was conceived in the eye of a storm, a narrow, 7-week hiatus in Çağatay Ulusoy's brutal schedule. The film was originally a ghost, a project slated for late 2024 that had been shelved due to conflicting timelines. But when a sudden gap opened, 7 weeks, no more, no less, the production team made a daring bet. Let's make Sleepyhead, became the rallying cry. They had the script, they had the vision, and they had one of Turkey's most visceral actors. But they needed a partner who could match his intensity without blinking. Enter Elçin Çağatay. This casting was the alchemical ingredient that changed everything. Çağatay, known for her ability to portray fragility wrapped in steel, stepped into the role of Say not as a supporting character, but as an equal force of nature. Sleepyhead is not a standard action thriller, it is a claustrophobic character study disguised as a genre film. It tells the story of two characters locked in a battle of wills, united by a single, terrifying struggle for survival. Çağatay Ulusoy is Furman. Furman is a paradox. A man living within a shadowy structure who is seemingly forbidden to wake up, yet condemned to a state of perpetual, agonizing wakefulness. The mental pressure of this dilemma required a performance unlike anything Çağatay has delivered in years. It is a role defined by micro-expressions. Watch his eyes. One viewer perfectly captured the essence of his performance. I felt like Çağatay's eyes were breathing when he played Furman. He was so real. The adrenaline does not just run through the scene, It courses through his veins, visible in the darkening of his gaze and the tension of his jaw. Elçin Çağatay is Say. If Firmin is the storm, Say is the compass that navigates it. She is intelligent, pioneering, and carries the heavy baggage of a deep emotional past. Critics have unanimously agreed, Sleepyhead wouldn't be the same film without Çağatay and Elçin. Say is not a damsel in distress, she is the anchor. Çağatay's performance in the emotionally harrowing moments captivates the audience, balancing high-octane tension with a dramatic intensity that leaves you breathless. But the magic we see on screen came at a steep price. The rumors from the set paint a picture of intense dedication that bordered on obsession. We have learned exclusive details about the physical and psychological toll the film took on its stars. It is an open secret in the industry that Çağatay altered his sleep schedule for 10 days to prepare for the role. He did not mention this in interviews, perhaps to avoid romanticizing the struggle, but sources confirm that the exhaustion we see on Firmin's face is not entirely makeup, it is the raw reality of an actor pushing his body to the limit. Meanwhile, Elçin Çağatay transformed herself into a warrior. Reports indicate she undertook a grueling training regimen, taking special fight choreography classes 4 days a week to ensure she could perform her own stunts. The result is a physicality we have never seen from her before. The director himself admitted, in Say and Firmin's scenes, the camera was just filming, the actors did the work. The chemistry was so potent, so instinctive, that direction became secondary to observation. However, the realism had consequences. In one heart-stopping moment that didn't make the final cut, Çağatay was injured by real glass shards. It was a small cut, treated immediately, but it serves as a testament to the dangerous line they walked between fiction and reality. 3 specific sequences have become the holy trinity of the film, discussed endlessly on social media. The bedroom paradox, the scene where Firmin is forced to stay awake. This is the film's nerve center. Çağatay's performance leaps off the screen as Firmin's mind begins to unravel, blurring the lines between sanity and hallucination. The confrontation, the moment Say reveals the truth to Firmin. This is Elçin Çağatay's magnum opus. Audiences noted, we saw a completely different Elçin, completely cinematic, not the Elçin from the series. It is raw, stripped of vanity, and utterly devastating. The hallway sequence, a blend of violence and vulnerability. Praised for its choreography, this scene creates an atmosphere rarely seen in Turkish cinema, a dance of survival where every movement tells a story. Why did Barış Arduç's praise resonate so deeply? Because in this industry, authentic compliments are rare. Arduç stands at a unique intersection. He shares a harmonious team legacy with Elçin Çağatay that dates back to the iconic Love for Rent era. He shares a silent, mutual respect with Çağatay Ulusoy as the other pillar of Turkish stardom. His praise is interpreted not just as a review, but as a validation of the golden age of Turkish cinema. He saw the film in its purest form, widescreen, immersive, undeniable. His endorsement signaled to the fans that this was not just a commercial cash grab, but a piece of art worthy of their time. So, here we stand in 2025. Sleepyhead is trending on TikTok with its haunting soundtrack. The sleep test scene has spawned a viral challenge. International festivals are sending positive signals. And at the center of it all are 2 actors who dared to step out of their comfort zones and a friend who dared to praise them loudly. Sleepyhead is more than a movie, it is the Turkish origin story of how suspense should be done. Thank you for exploring the shadows of this masterpiece with us on Anything You Want. We are left with one final question for you, the ultimate casting directors. Do you think Elçin and Çağatay are the best cinematic duo of 2025? Or is there another pair that stole your heart? Let us know in the comments below. And finally, if you want to support independent, high-quality analysis of the films you love, click that join button. Become a part of the story. Until the next premiere, keep your eyes open. This is Anything You Want.